We have arrived in the Forlorn Muskeg, and it's time to make a beeline for the Forge before we get any more miserable than we already are. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our last Misery series. So I am making my way through this cave. I'm going to grab some extra fire starting supplies. The reason that I want to actually move through this cave, which I don't typically do, but the reason I would like to see what I can find here, is that there might be enough coal in this cave that it kind of justifies moving through it entirely rather than just using it as a pit stop. So that's what I'm doing. Yep, there's one piece there. Nice, a few more. Have to chain some torches real quick. But thankfully, we brought torches. Okay, nothing there. Let's keep moving this way. I don't think there was any more. Nope. Could be some here. Yep. Dead end otherwise, but that's okay. 3 pieces of coal. And maybe a bit more around this corner. One can hope. No dice, unfortunately. Okay. Might be some this way. Nope. Let's not backtrack that way too much. We need to go this way, because I knew there would be some coal here, and there might even be some additional loot if we're lucky. We'd have to be really lucky, though. On this difficulty setting? Are you kidding? You'd have to be... Okay. Oh, wait. Did I just go full frickin' circle? Yes, I did. Maybe I did need to go the other way. I'm probably thinking of a different cave where these pillars kind of lead towards the exit. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different cave. Well, at least now we know we can explore that other direction for some coal. Wait. Any here? No. Okay, worth it. Definitely worth it. Several more pieces. This is, of course, going to weigh me down. But our first pit stop is actually not the forge. It's just the train cars. And having plenty of coal to get a hot fire going is not the worst thing in the world. There will also be more coal there, almost for sure. So I'm willing to brave the elements for a bit here. Just not too long, because we only have about 50% condition, so we have to be very careful with how we do this. Alright, so it looks like some mountaineering rope is just conveniently sitting here. I'm just going to throw this torch away. And what we shall do is a couple of things. I do need to... How many bandages do I have? I've got 3. I need to prepare some more burdock. Let's go ahead and eat and drink first. I should probably go ahead and consume... Yeah. These bannocs are losing condition like by the hour. Okay. Man, we really can't eat very much at all. We still, because we don't have a tool yet and we haven't done a can opener, we don't have any means to open canned food. I've been holding off on that for most of this particular playthrough. We also can't sleep for more than 7 hours at a time, interestingly enough. Which does make it difficult to regain condition, let me tell you. But what I can do here, we're going to pick the bedroll up momentarily, just so I don't forget it. And we are going to prepare some burdock. we can basically pass some time breaking a few things down that need to be broken down. And preparing these rose hips, etc. That is only 5 minutes, unfortunately, but we'll take it. Alright, so that's just about everything I could possibly make there. I'll go ahead and drink a little bit more water. I am highly, highly encumbered, which is a problem, to be honest. Main reason for that is the coal and the heavy hammer. Of course, once the heavy hammer has been dropped, we won't have to worry about that as much anymore. Got plenty of prepared burdock, which is nice. Do I have any lantern fuel? Yes, I do. It's not a lot, but let's just consolidate by doing that refuel. And then there's really not a whole lot else that I can do. I have plenty of matches, which is nice. Was not the case even just a few episodes ago. I do need to repair my socks, but I can't at the moment. I'm not really in a good position for stuff like that. Right, I've got 8 pieces of charcoal, which right now are not useful to me, so we're going to drop them. Okay, so now I'm considerably less encumbered. We have this green maple sapling, which is nice. I suppose I can drop it and let it cure. The only downside to that, hang on, let's see if I can pick it back up. I just dropped it where a bunch of other stuff is dropped, which is going to be annoying. Looks like we can pick it up though, perfect. Let's drop it again. And now we'll try for a bit more rest. What we'll have to do is pass the time for like 4 hours. Not an idea I love in any circumstance, let alone in misery, but since I can't sleep for very long, I have to do it. Okay, now we're quite hungry.
Starving.
Yep, on it. Let's go ahead and eat a few of these. Yeah, the Bannock's as well. Every time I'm eating something at like 30% or less condition, I'm worried that it's going to fall below the new food poisoning threshold. You never know, but we've been lucky so far. We haven't gotten food poisoning once, despite the misery afflictions we currently have. Which, just for a quick review, we have sour stomach, haunted mind, and diminished form. So limited sleep, limited eating, and limited stamina and carrying capacity reduction. Let's see. We'll get a few more hours of sleep. Wow, we barely recovered any condition there. That's painful. So I may even have to use a stim in order to regain some health. And I do thankfully have, well, I guess I just have 2 stims. I thought I had more than that, but I suppose I don't. So, okay. So the birch bark tea is going to come in really handy. I'll probably have to drink some when I get to the train cars. But here's the thing. I'm going to have to pass some more time right now because it's early in the day. It's going to be freaking cold. So there's really no sense. Okay, I need to be careful because I have drank all my water. Ugh. I don't like it, but I'm going to bust open 1 can of these pinnacle peaches because they'll help with both food and water. And then we'll have a few of these cattails. We've managed to significantly reduce our encumbrance, but part of that is because we don't have the bedroll. And let's grab that sapling. Not forget it a second time. Okay. Alright, the weather is not great. This is the definition of suboptimal. I really don't have time to stop for cattails, so I'm going to grab the 1 and keep going. There's a wolf right there. So let's not move too quickly. So as to attract unwanted attention. There we go. Okay, destination. Somewhere off to my left. This is going to be rough, especially if the weather gets worse. Although the snow that I was seeing when I stepped out here... Okay, there's the destination. The snow that I was seeing in the air is gone. So that's a win. Until we can recover a little bit of health, by any means, really, these next couple of episodes are going to be pretty dicey. This one included. I think what I may even need to do here is find a space where I can heat some of my beverages up. I wanted to try to get to the train cars first, which I'm going to see if I can round this corner and assess, like, mainly wildlife presence, so bears, wolves. And if I feel like it's safe, hold on. If I feel like it's safe, I will just dart as best I can. Now, of course, the other problem is that there's no such thing really in this situation as darting. We're in the Forlorn Muskeg. And that means ice. And the snow is once again problematic. Love it. Okay, so we have... Okay, a couple of lucky sprints there. We're not doing too badly, but we're losing condition at the moment. And if the weather gets worse, we will lose more condition. Yep, here it comes. That's incredibly rude. Okay. It's funny, for a bit there wasn't snow. And it seemed like it was calming down, and then the snow came right back. Thankfully, though, we are not far from where we need to be. So that went just about as well as it possibly could have in terms of the placement of wildlife. However, I can't see beyond the tracks, so who knows what's over here. Alright, there's wolves over that way, so I'm going to stay on this side, and we're going to move straight toward those cars, because I need to get a fire going with some coal as soon as I possibly can. And then we might be kind of in place for a while. The good news is I see cattails in all directions. What I'll have to do is be ready to make a break for it if the weather clears and looks really nice. Because my only chance at long-term survival in this situation is getting tools as soon as possible. And the tools are still a good ways that direction. Much farther than I've just traveled. Unfortunately. Okay, let's keep my head on a swivel, though. Any woodland friends thinking about saying hello, if you would kindly do so now, in a non-hostile and highly agreeable way, I would deeply appreciate it. I would not appreciate it if any bears or wolves decided to solid snake their way behind me and say hello without my knowing they were there. That I would not appreciate. So if you could not do that, that would be awesome. Thank you. Good talk. Alright, so flare, reclaimed wood, coal, more coal, scrap metal, hoodie. Don't need the wires, but oh look. It's called message. Memento cache. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get a fire going. Of course, we can't use the magnifying lens. That would be nice. I really wish I had a book right now, but we unfortunately don't. that little bit of oil that I loaded into the lantern earlier, we've got a 75% start chance, by the way, so it's not bad. But that little bit of oil I loaded into the lantern earlier probably would have been nice. I'm going to go ahead and say it probably would have been nice.
Perfect.
For guaranteeing this particular fire start. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just pile some coal onto the fire here. And now we have a somewhat less precarious situation on our hands. There's still some coal in the area, so that's handy. Anything I can cook here? No, not really. Although once I have some water, that might change. Alright, let's go ahead and drink that first and foremost. I suppose I should go ahead and get some water going in the cooking pot too. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Because I do need plenty of the stuff. Meanwhile, while we wait for that, there's a couple things that we can do. Okay, we prepared the toque. I'm going to drink that and keep the rest. I'm also going to go ahead and make a birch bark tea. That will restore some caloric value, which is nice. Oh, we got cooking 4. Holy crap. That's a bit of a surprise. Cooking 4. No, I don't want to cook the burdock. I really don't. Okay, next, let's take a look at... Yeah, I need to repair these socks. Not doing too terrible. Oh, ran out of cloth. Harvest will take 45 minutes. Alright, let's see. That's fine. We can do that. So the Forlorn muskeg is currently being the Forlorn muskeg. It is very, very bleak outside. Windy, cold. And if it continues to do this without letting up, it's going to be a problem. You know, one thing that was pointed out to me in a comment on one of the last episodes is like, why do I have so many painkillers? And it was actually a really good question, because I realized, oh man, that's that's like a really old long dark habit, you know? Back when painkillers were the only thing that you would need for a sprain. Before bandaging wound became a thing, you needed to have painkillers for sprains. And I realized as soon as that commenter asked me that, like, oh my god, I've never, like, realized that I'm still picking up painkillers like I need them. But I mentioned in the last episode or the one before that I really don't care too much about the pain effect, which the painkillers are used to diminish. Because it's just a visual effect. It doesn't actually hurt you in any way. Which is... that was wild to me to realize that. Okay, let's go ahead and... I want to use this on a larger item. We don't have enough cloth to repair the Mackinac jacket. Maybe... let's use it on the thermal underwear. Oh no, failed. Well, that's first failure in a while. Okay. Let's very carefully poke our heads out here. Grab more coal from the area. And possibly more food if we're lucky. Just need to be very mindful about the bear. Because it could be annoyingly close right now. Plus, I just need to generally watch the temperature, because I can't be hanging out here too much. I've got to try and stay near that fire as much as I can. Okay. That was not a lot of extra coal, unfortunately. That is an extra stick, which I'll grab. A couple of extra sticks, in fact. Grab all 3. Okay, so the fire has 8 hours on it. I'm going to try and conserve my coal as much as possible. We'll keep this fire going with sticks as much as we can. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and start breaking up scrub brushes. Ooh, 20 minutes. I don't think I have 20 minutes. Do I really have nothing that I can... Yeah, I don't. Without the hacksaw, scrub brushes... Or without the, not the hacksaw, but the hatchet. The hacksaw, what I was meaning to say is that the hacksaw doesn't do anything, despite the fact that I have it. Okay, let's get back inside. I can't lose any health. Speaking of hacksaws, there's another one right there. What's the condition of my current one? 83%? What's the condition of this one?
Oh, lucky day.
82%. I'm not going to worry too much about that at this point, to be honest. Alright, so another thing I could do here with this fire before I go anywhere is I could absolutely get some teas warmed up, but I would need to time that quite carefully. There's another stick. Man, Forlorn Muskeg is definitely being Forlorn Muskeg right now. There's no way I can go anywhere in this weather. And I really need more rest, to be completely honest. I just need more. So I'm a little bit annoyed. But I think what I'm going to do here... Oh wow, the condition on these has gone down quite fast. Is it because of the temperature, I wonder? Or just because that much time passed? Maybe they spoil faster at lower condition? It just seems like those diminished in condition quite quickly relative to when I made them. But I didn't make them that long ago, so... Might just be that I've done a lot of time-passing activities. Okay, so 8 hours. I can only sleep for 7 at a time, unfortunately. Thankfully, that fire is gonna last as long as we need it to. Okay, now the weather has... Well, it's still windy, but the weather's calmed down. Oh, we did get thirsty, though. Interestingly enough. I don't think we were thirsty for long, though. We actually did manage to recover a little bit of condition, so that's lucky. One of the good things about what we're doing right now is that I'm going to be forced to kind of go through some of my rations before I make this very difficult trip to the forge. It's going to be hard. If I make it, I'm going to be really happy. I'm not going to lie. This is... There's nothing wrong with like being confident in your chances, but given the fact that we have so little condition recovery, and at some point we have another misery affliction on the way, like I said in the beginning of the episode, I don't think it's coming anytime soon, but it'll probably hit around the time I'm leaving this zone, if I'm fortunate enough to make it to the forge. That would be my guess. Okay, so we have 4 hours left on this fire. I could go ahead and put more coal on it, because there will be more coal at the forge. Like, for sure. That is not in question whatsoever. Is there anything else over here that I didn't see? Nope. Yeah, one aspect of the limited sleep that's a little bit inconvenient is... Sleep is a really good way to kind of pass the night. Okay, so we have an aurora. See, this would be doubly risky. Going out during an aurora in the middle of the night is like asking for certain death. But there's a part of me that's like, at least you'd have total visibility. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just thinking about it. thinking out loud. At least you'd have total visibility, but, you know, we'd have aurorified wolves, probably a lot of them. We'd have low temperature. We'd have thin ice. And we have less than 50% health. So, you know, that's not happening. So, the best thing to do here might be to go ahead and use a stem, like I was saying earlier. Again, don't love the idea, but it would give me 15% health back. I might even find another before I leave this zone, which would be nice. We got 6 hours, 40 minutes on the fire. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put some more coal in the fire, because I need this fire to still be going when I wake up. So, yeah, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use this. It will give me a good chunk of condition. And then we will wait for that to wear off. Meanwhile, I don't have any cloth, unfortunately, that I can use to repair stuff with. So I'm kind of twiddling my thumbs at the moment. There's not much else to do. Now I could drop these painkillers, because they're genuinely not something I need a bunch of. Old habits die hard. What can I say? At least it's a pretty night. Can't always say that in the Forlorn Muskeg, but we can tonight. Okay, I'm gonna quickly, very quickly, look around for some additional fire materials. Also gonna peek over there for the bear. Don't see him. Okay.
I'm so tired I can lay down right here.
Oh wow, that actually wore off faster than I thought it would. Okay, never mind. So I'm really at this point having to count. I've used up so much of my coal because honestly there wasn't as much wood around here as I thought there would be. And my ability to chop it up while staying warm is very, very limited. Alright, so let's not get thirsty this time. So now what I'm going to do is sleep for 7 hours straight. This will be interesting because I don't think I'm going to wake up fully rested. Am I? No, I can only sleep for 7 hours at a time. 18 days, 19 hours, 53 minutes. Not bad. So now can I just sleep again? I imagine I can just sleep again. I mean, I have to keep the fire going first. And I prefer not to use coal, but I don't think I have a choice. So I need to think about whether or not I'm going to try and keep the fire going at all. Or if I maybe just need to... Let's take a look at this.
Looks like I made it through another night.
I've got 1 cup of coffee here, which would give me a little bit more energy. That might give me what I need to get across, especially if I warmed the rest of my beverages with what I've got of this fire. I just really don't like the idea. Alright, so we got... Yeah, I could heat all of these rosehip teas up with what's left of this fire. I could also sleep for another 4 hours or so with no problems. So let's do that. Alright, there's the sprain risk. I knew that would come back. Interesting. Okay, so now we've got fog, which means it's going to be relatively warm. We've got 3 hours left on the fire. We're pretty well rested. Let me go ahead. I'm not going to drink that water because the beverages I'm about to consume for warmth will take care of that. It's a shame I had to use so much coal on this fire, but this might be my chance. The low visibility is unfortunate, but It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to put this coffee away immediately. For whatever reason, that one's taking, I guess, because I put it a little bit farther from the fire, taking a little bit longer to heat up. So what we'll do is drink this one. There's a little bit of caloric value in there, which is good. We've got 2 hours, 52 minutes on the fire. How many torches do I have left? Not that many. Let's go ahead and take a few. And this is pretty much going to be our shot. Cross fingers, the bear's not right here. So that would suck. Okay. The bear is not right here. Alright, we're going to pretty much go straight across as fast as we can. Because we don't have a choice. Did I get my cooking pan? Yes, I did. We do not have a choice, unfortunately. So it's going to put us in some difficult positions. I'm going to have to skip some cattails because, well, I just have to. We have to stay moving. And I'll have to be very, very cautious. On the lookout for any of our friends. Really is a shame to have used up so much coal, but there will be more coal at the forge itself. At this point, I'm honestly more worried about having enough scrap metal for my tools and enough cloth for my tools. Because I haven't been able to bring a bunch of materials with me to make stuff. I've just been kind of treating this the way that I treated the run to the Desolation Point Forge. But one key difference between the Desolation Point Forge and this forge is that there's a lot less that you can work with in the area that provides metal to you. Unfortunately. So that's fun. Alright, don't see many wolves this direction. I'm going to kind of veer this way. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. But I think if I stay near the shore, I should be able to work my way around towards the farmstead pretty quickly without tempting fate too much. The problem is the pack of wolves that is almost certainly, like, dead ahead. If I'm lucky, they're inland, which they sometimes are. But there's a group of, I would probably guess on this population setting, 4 to 6 wolves that's going to be hanging out right there. And so far I don't see any, which is good. But also bad, because where are they? Alright, well, as I make my way across the muskeg here, let me switch torches. See, there's a hunting blind right there, and I really want to stop and see what might be hidden there. But the main thing I need to do is make it across. Alright, as I make my way here across the muskeg, I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here-ish. In the next one, I'm going to keep moving and make my way around to the forge. I would normally keep the recording going a little bit longer until I reached the forge, so sorry to leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger. But I am being rather strict with my recording schedule today, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. Speaking of keeping my eye on things, let me also drink another tea so that we stay warm. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we're going to keep making our way around to the forge. It's not too much farther. The main problem is dodging the wildlife on the way, which so far we've successfully done, but there's no guarantee we will be able to continue successfully doing. So cross your fingers for me, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes drop at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time every day but Wednesday. And comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you next time.